What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Soulfly Trades here, back with another video. And in today's video, I'm just gonna give you guys the recap on how I traded SPY today and some things that I think I could work on, some things I think I did good. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So I took two trades today. They were both call options down here at this 432.28 area. So I seen, well, pre-market and the beginning of the market, we were pretty stagnant. We dropped below in this, let's use our 5 minute to look at this. We dropped below in this demand area and we got bought up out of it. Came up, rejected 433, market open, came back down. So basically I was looking for call options at 432. So we touched it right here. I didn't get in on this trade. And then we basically, came down again, touched this area again. Wasn't an exact touch to my level, but I got in the trade here. So I got in here, what was it? About around 8 contracts, I think. Yeah, I got in around 8 contracts. My stop loss was literally right at this demand zone because I put my stop loss right under, this little pre-market dip that we had. And as you guys can see, I got stopped out. This is what you call a liquidity grab. When they tick down just to, grab a whole bunch of orders just to take price back up. But I want you guys to see this. This still accounted for my strategy simply because even on the 5 minute here, we have an increase in buying volume. Only thing that, I didn't like was the candlestick body, but the buying volume was here, but the body just didn't confirm that. So sellers came back in, took it out, stopped me out right here in this area. One thing I'm trying to get better at is learning how to put my stop loss in a less obvious area. So in this situation, maybe it would have been better to have my stop loss, under these lows. But the only thing about that is you have to risk more drawdown. The bigger your stop loss is, the more you're risking, the more you can lose. So that's where discretion really comes into play. And that's where I'm really trying to find the sweet spot in the market. So I won't just get stopped out on liquidity grabs. So what I think I might do actually is my first trade, I'll go normal size. No scaling up on my first trade, because every time I try to scale up on the first trade, it doesn't work out. And then the second trade works out, which is the trade I don't scale up on and I use regular size. So I'm going to try to switch it up. I'm going to try to scale up on my second trade instead of my first trade. Because I noticed before any direction we move that the price wants to move, we always have like a dip, a liquidity grab just to move in the other direction. So as you guys can see here, I had this liquidity grab where it stopped me out just for price to go back up. But at this point in time, all of my time frames were lining up and I seen this candlestick right here. That was indicating we had buyers down here in this level. So I was comfortable getting back in this position back at this 432 area. So I got in on this candlestick right here. Only thing was volume was falling off, but all of my time frames were telling me bullish. And we had this candlestick here that was, screaming bullish, screaming the bears are, the bulls are here. And long story short, I had 3 contracts to take up to 433. My second price target would have been this 434, but as you can see, that didn't happen in at least the time frame that I was trading in. So I took price up here. I sold my first contract right here, pulled back a little bit, sold my second contract right here, pulled back some more, and on the break above, I sold my last contract on this candlestick right here. And then we had like a little pullback just to break above. But I want you guys to notice every time before we move up some more, we have a pullback. Look at this. We have a liquidity grab just to move up. Same thing here. Oh, excuse me. Same thing here. I want you to see this. We pull back just to move up. And look at this big wick to the downside, big wick to the downside, increasing volume. So that's just, telling me bullish. And I was actually going to try to hold a runner because all my time frames was telling me bullish, but then they started to reverse to bearish once we broke above. Once we broke above, closed above, and started to reclaim, I'm like, no, I don't like that. So I sold my last contract because I didn't know if we were going to be range bound like we've been mainly this whole week and like bearish. So, I wasn't too confident on letting it hold through a major pullback, because this would have been a major pull. I would have been back in drawdown if I'd have held through. Obviously, it would have paid out, but you don't know that when you're trading. So I got out around 750, and what is it? Almost an hour later, 20 minutes shy of an hour later, it almost hit my second price target. But yeah, so my first trade, since I scaled up, on my first trade, I lost $250, and then my second trade that I only took 3 contracts in, which is a normal size for me. I made around $127, $123, I think. So in total, I'm still down today. Yeah, I'm still down today, a total of $127, but it's fine. Shoot, I spend $100 sometimes on a meal. So, or gas money, but yeah, that's basically how I traded today. So basically what I think I should work on is just trying to find any place. Okay, so what I'm going to try now is anytime I go to put my stop loss, I need to remember it's obvious. That's an obvious place to put the stop loss. And I need to look for a less obvious place. Yes, I might be in slightly more drawdown, but, I need to just test out how this works and if it will raise my winning percentage more and stop me from getting stopped out as much. But yeah, so my first trade, I'll go regular size. Second trade, that's when I will size up. And but my first trade will be the real precursor to see if the stop loss works, because I'm going to try to set it in less obvious places now, even though I could probably get in a little bit more drawdown. But I've noticed, price, like I said, it always just dips a little bit before it takes it back to either side, a little liquidity grab. So if you have your stop in an obvious place, it's going to get stopped out. You just have to be comfortable and have to keep your mission and your plan in mind. So even when you are in drawdown, you're not all nervous and things like that. Granted, sometimes it can be hard. Some days are easier than others. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Some days are just easier than others. Today was slightly harder. I hesitated a little bit in this area because I got stopped out. But what gave me confidence, like I said, was when we reclaimed this, and that told me buyers were here. So it's all a mind game. I'm trying to tell you guys, executing is literally the hardest part of trading. Executing and risk management. It's not even the technicals, like, drawing in your levels. That's not even the hard part. The hard part is executing and following your risk management. But other than that, I appreciate everybody for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. And also, I will be giving you guys an update on that NVIDIA play in my next video. It is currently going against me, and that's currently fine. Like you guys seen in the last video I posted, there's no shame in my trading game. You know what I'm saying? It's all variance. Nothing is ever 100%. And I did also make a mistake because I thought we had earnings for NVIDIA on the 23rd, and it's really August the 23rd that we have earnings for NVIDIA. So I got in the trade a little too early, not even a little, about 2 months early. But it's all good. I'm not tripping. I will still be there August 23rd for that NVIDIA call earnings to take it to the upside, because the last time they had earnings, it shot up $100. If you would have put $200 in, you would have made $5,000. If you would have put $500 in, you would have made $25,000 off $500 overnight. So I cannot miss that. Win or lose, I'll put $1,000 again. I'll risk and lose $1,000, to make, who knows what, $50,000 off 1,000. So yeah, I'd risk that in the blink of an eye, very happily. And if I lose it, I'm fine with that too, because I'm learning. And that's what trading is. It's a learning process. The more experience you gain, the more skin you get in the game, the better you get with time. But other than that, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And I appreciate the 81 subscribers we have so far. I love all y'all. And I can't wait to get to 100. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.